New Year's resolution for pimps. What's up, guys? Welcome to 2015. And today's topic is going to be a very simple one, and this one's inspired by Stefan Pleranos from Project Life Mastery. He just came out with his goal-setting video, which was like 30 minutes, which was great, so be highly inspired for that if you watch any of his stuff. And I think he even got a lot of his information from Tony Robbins. So if you're into any kind of self-development, this will kind of sound similar, but this is the pimp version. So what I want you to do is actually reflect on this year. If you've been going out for a while, or maybe you're just getting into this, really reflect on what you've been doing. Even if you haven't gone out and this is day one of, oh, I'm gonna go approach a girl, look at your habits from last year. Like, I watch TV, I eat chips, I play World of Warcraft, whatever. And don't judge yourself. I just want you to observe your habits. And if you have been going out, that's great. You have a little bit more reference of what you've been doing. And so you can kind of really see what's worked and what hasn't worked. You have a whole year, a whole 12 months of kind of like reference experiences of like good times, like maybe where you got a make out or a phone number, or you were just in the zone, you fucking pulled, you got laid. And so you can kind of like look back at those times. And I'm sure you have a shit ton of times when maybe you were lazy, didn't go out that night, or you kind of hesitated to talk to that 10 over there, or just didn't get a phone number, didn't escalate like you should. So I want you to kind of like look back on what you were trying to do. And even if you did have goals, because I've talked about setting goals and how important they are, but luckily this is the beginning of a new year, so this is the best time. And even if you didn't even accomplish those goals, that's okay. I actually just did, me and my buddy Mike, who's filming today, we just did our end of the year. Last year we did a end of the year kind of reflection, and then we just shot ours today. So it'll kind of be some stuff of mine that I'll throw into it. But like one of mine last year's was to get a three-way, and I didn't even finish that goal. And part of me, like, I was kind of getting nervous as the end of the year was coming, because I was like I was really pushing toward it, and it just didn't happen. And I kind of came to a crossroads, kind of like inner game wise, and it was like, okay, I can look at this goal of getting a three-way, and I could be bummed and sad and like just be like, oh, you suck, you should just give up, stop teaching people, stop putting out these videos, and oh, you're nothing, and just like get down on myself. Or I could be like, all right, let's look at all the things that I actually did do that got me one step closer, and let's take that and roll that into this year, like roll over minutes, like on Verizon or whatever, but like roll your experience from last year into this year. And even last night, me and the girl that I'm dating, we actually pulled the girl to one house, and it didn't quite go down, but we got her phone number, so we'll see what happens. But even that, like, it was just one step closer. And I even think about, like, I set that goal a year ago, and I didn't even expect, it wasn't even in my reality to be dating a girl that was down to get three-ways. And now I have this girl that's like, yeah, like, let's do it, let's fuck other girls. And like, that was never in my reality. Now it's just like, yeah, that's cool, whatever, it's no big deal to me now. But even that is just like a big step forward. So this year, I'm definitely working toward that goal. And after getting three-ways, I actually want to like break it down to a system. It's kind of like, for me, it's like learning game again, because it's like a lot of inner game things, and you don't want to look bad in front of your girl, getting rejected and stuff, but it's like, fuck that, just get over it, let's just have fun, let's do this. Stop trying to look so cool and do this for your ego, but do it for yourself and for the fuck of it. So it's just building. It's building on top of that. So same thing with you. Don't get down on yourself if you didn't complete your goals. Like, maybe if you've been in game for a year and you still haven't gotten a make out, or you still haven't gotten a girlfriend that you wanted, or you haven't had sex with the amount of girls that you wanted, like, fuck, who cares? But take that and just roll it into this year. Set that goal again, and then be like, okay, what are the steps I'm going to take? So that's what I want to break into. I want you to really take some time and kind of reflect over it. I mean, find some place. Doesn't be nice as this. We actually, me and my buddy, just moved into this new area, and that was just such a blessing from last year, and I'm really grateful for it. But just find a place and kind of just reflect on this year, and maybe write some stuff down, journal a little bit. Just really take that time. A lot of people don't take that time, but you're a winner. You will do that. You'll take the time, and you'll move forward from it. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to set your goals. So write them out. Like, I want, if it's get a girlfriend, I want to fuck this many girls, I want to get, like, or maybe it's just set it simple, like, I want to get a kiss, like, whatever level you're at, no judgments, just set it and forget it. No, you have to do work. But figure out what you want, And then the next thing, which I have to do personally because I wrote out my goals, and Stefan Palernos talks about this a lot too, and a lot of other people for that matter that say set goals. Brian Tracy is really key on this, that I've talked about in one of my other videos. He says, figure out the whys, like write down like mine, I would like a 3-way, or maybe yours is like, I would like to have sex with like a hot girl, a 10, or I would like to get a makeout, whatever it is. Write that down, and then write all the reasons why. Like, for me, it would be like, oh, to have 2 girls sucking my dick at the same time would feel amazing. It's really gonna push my game skills to the next level because I have to like become a better person, like just guy in game, better player, or whatever you want to call it, to like get to that level and find those girls that are willing to do that. For you, same thing. Like, I'm gonna have to push myself to be bolder. It's basically, that's all it is, be bolder. And but you want to list all the reasons why, because I mean, you're gonna run into objections, your brain, whatever, life, and you want to have those things that you can just kind of like, okay, I want to do because of this, because of this, because of this, and you want to like trick or like just focus your brain back on your target and all these reasons why. So it's like guiding it, like all those reasons why are guiding your mind back into your purpose. So figure out the reasons why, and then after that, step number 3 is to write down, what am I gonna do to get this goal? So are you gonna go out every day for 30 minutes or talk to a couple girls, 1 girl a day? Are you gonna try to escalate, like make out with a girl every week, try to get a makeout every weekend? Are you gonna try to pull every weekend? You know, like how are you gonna like break up your thing? And really start small. Start with what you can do and do a lot of it, and then keep adjusting your goals. So next week, let's say like you have a great weekend this week, and then you get what you want. If you don't, maybe just like keep doing that or tweak it a little bit, and then once you like, okay, I made out with a girl this weekend, oh, that's good. Maybe just do, all right, this week I'm going to try to make out with her and venue change her or get her phone number. So just push it a little bit, just small chunk. You have a whole year, so let's do that. By the end, you'll be like, I'm fucking bitches like crazy. You can write me and tell me like, this year I was making out with girls, now I've like got 10 girls I've fucked and like even more and more on phone number, and it'll be great. It'll be awesome. I'd love to hear from you about that. Love to hear success stories. It motivates me. So the next thing you want to do with goals, I think is very important, is creating leverage. Now, there's different ways of doing this, but really find, this year is so, or like life in general, there's things going to be thrown at you, and you can have the best game plan, but things are always going to get thrown at you. Unsuspecting things, you could get injured, whatever it may be. But you want to do the best you can, so you can't control things outside your sources, but you want to do the best you can to keep yourself focused, and that's what you can control. And sometimes that's the hardest, because you're like, okay, I want to get all this stuff done today, and then you see like a football game on. You're like, I want to do this, but my friends are watching this football game and drinking beer. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. So there's times when you'll have like, you'll be motivated, and then you'll have something like entice you or test you a little bit, and you're like, oh, what should I do? So you have to put things in play that are going to kind of keep you grounded down. One I would say is to get people around you that support your goals, and cut people out that aren't supporting your goals, or kind of distance yourself, because that's a big factor. Remember, you're like a sponge, so whatever's around you, you kind of absorb it. People's personalities, how you feel on the matter. You can, like, you're the average of the 5 people that you're around, and that's movies, television, music, all that. And once you realize that, it's kind of really powerful, because you can kind of really manipulate yourself to get what you want or go where you want, because you're like, okay, I want to be a fat pimp and be an awesome player guy. You can listen to Lil Wayne. He's like, yeah, all my bitches. And you're going out with wings that are like getting laid all the time, and you're watching these videos of me like motivating you, and that's all that stuff kind of like you're soaking you up to like be motivated, and you take on the characteristics of guys that get girls and get laid. So it can be very good. Or it can make you a fat fuck, let's say, if you're trying to work out and all of your people that you're hanging around with are like lazy, overweight, don't like working out, make fun of you like for stuff like that. That's just going to kind of tear you down. So just something to keep in mind. But you basically want to surround yourself with people that are going to help get you to your goals. And along with surrounding yourself with people that are going to help you with your goals, one of my goals this year, and I highly recommend you do this too, because it's told to me about everyone else, and everyone that's successful, even like billionaires, they still have mentors and people they confide in, is get a mentor and really set aside some money where you can do this. Get coaching. Like even me, I offer Skype sessions. If you want to Skype with me and you don't maybe live in Seattle, Skype with me and we can go over your goals. It'd be great. I'd love to hear from you. But even for me, like I want to take Tai Lopez's course on becoming an entrepreneur so I can help build my business. So really find where you want to work on, even if it's like going to the gym. Maybe get a personal coach. It doesn't have to be a lot, but maybe try to get some free sessions. Like I even offer like a couple free hours if you're interested. Also go to the gym and see if you can get a guy one time a month. Like one time a month would be great, because it'd be someone to kind of like hold you accountable, and it's someone you can kind of look up to. It's like, oh, how are they doing and how are they disciplined? And it's just very synergistic, and it's gonna again keep you on your path. And yeah, you may not want to part with that money, but at the same time too, it's worth the investment because you're getting where you want a lot faster. And once you know those skills, then you don't have to worry about it anymore, and you have that place locked away. So really create leverage. Another part of leverage is disciplining yourself. Like be your own parent. Like when you were younger, you get a spanking, maybe put on restriction. Like hopefully you weren't like, your parents weren't too abusive, but we won't go into that. But like do a balanced thing where what you're doing is, if you're not being accountable to yourself, really kind of discipline yourself. I've been doing one where like if I don't get everything done, or maybe I'm not pushing myself out when I'm gaming, is sleep on the floor. And that really it toughens you up. There's a great podcast, and I kind of mentioned in my book that I'm coming out with later this month about toughening up. Tai Lopez, he talks about toughening up, and like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like talks about the Spartans and how they're like, hit me harder, like it'll make me tougher. And doing those things like sleeping on the floor, it really puts into your brain like, oh, if I don't do what I'm set out to do, I'm gonna have to sleep on the floor, and I don't want that. So maybe I should. It helps your brain to be like, okay, I better step up and help Ricky or whoever to get what they want, if that makes sense. Hopefully I didn't make that too confusing sounding. But really, yeah, you want to create leverage, or just really find ways to push yourself. Maybe like, okay, well, if I can't do this, then I'm not going to eat my favorite food this week, or anything you can to kind of like make stuff a little bit harder on you, and so you're not set in a comfort zone. Really, the more you can be outside your comfort zone, it may not be fun at the time, but it's going to make you stronger. And when things get tough or challenging, you're going to be able to step up to it when everyone else is just kind of like, oh, I don't want to do that, and bitches out. You're going to be like, fuck yeah, like, let's go talk to this girl. I don't give a fuck if she blows me out. Oh, she blew me out? Who gives a fuck? Or like, oh, I got this crazy bill I have to pay, payment thing. Fuck it, I'll go make the money and put it in. Like, it doesn't mean anything to you. Like, you're a fucking Spartan warrior. So it's going to be good for you in the long run. So these are some tips for your New Year's resolution, Pimp Edition. And I hope these help. Give me some feedback. Let me know what your New Year's resolution is. Write it down. The more people you tell, and the more you kind of get it out there, the more you're kind of holding yourself accountable, and the more you kind of have to come through with it. But the more you tell people, the more it kind of holds you accountable. Like, I got to get this done, and it's really focusing your brain to be like, oh shit, this is real. I have to get this done. So I hope this helps. Just enjoying this beautiful dock and the new area I'm living in Kirkland here, and hope to hear from you soon. Drop me a line, an email if you have any questions or anything, and be sure to subscribe to this page. This is Ricky from Project Attraction. Until next time.